Om Shanti. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Welcome to another Yoga Small Talk, and we continue with 7 minutes Bhagavad Gita a day. We are reading from chapter 6, the Yoga of Meditation, and we are reading from verse 23. So let us read it again. 23. Let that be known by the name of yoga, the severance from union with pain. This yoga should be practiced with determination and with an undesponding mind. So we said that the word that, describing what yoga is, refers to verses 20, 21, and 22, in which the Lord describes the benefits of yoga. Swami Shivananda tells us perfect satisfaction by resting in the self, infinite, unending bliss, freedom from sorrow and pain, etc. And Swami Shivananda tells us he, meaning Lord Krishna, further adds that this yoga should be practiced with a firm conviction and iron determination and with non-desponding of heart. Swami Shivananda adds a clarification. A spiritual aspirant with a wavering mind will not be able to attain success in yoga. He will leave the practice when he meets with some obstacles on the path. The practitioner must also be bold, cheerful, and self-reliant. So, initially when we're reading this verse, we're saying, okay, what are my options? Either be in union with pain, that's the default mode, or be in yoga, perfect satisfaction, resting in the self, infinite and unending bliss, freedom from sorrow and pain. And one might ask, so why do we need to say anything after that? Why is it not the case that everybody is just running to get this? How come we need to persuade people more to go and get this wonderful thing, to separate themselves from pain and to find the true and infinite bliss? Why do we even need to say anything further? And the answer is our mental habits. Our mind is very habituated to go after the senses, because that's the only thing it knows how to do. You know, we know inside us, we all have this deep knowledge that in our essence, we are immortal, we are existence, absolute. We have endless knowledge and we have endless bliss, absolute bliss. And yet, we are not able to experience it. So we do the best we can to go and find this bliss, or at least something that resembles it. And before the mind is purified, all we have are the joys of the senses. So we go after them. And then we get in the mental habit of trying to look for happiness by running after the joys of the senses. The yogis tell us this is like going after the water of the mirage in the desert. It will end up really not well, because not only you will not get the water, you have exhausted all your energy in running after this false water, and you will reach there and not be able anymore to seek the real water because you're exhausted and there is nowhere else to go. So this is, the yogis tell us, this is us running after the joys of the senses. But we are so used to doing it, and this is so much the only thing that we know how to do, that many people are not willing to leave this habit. They say, and we will see further on in the Bhagavad Gita, what are you talking to us about this supreme bliss. There is nothing other than this physical reality that we see. A little bit of joy here, a little bit of joy there. For those who believe a little bit more, they say, maybe heaven. But this is it. So why running after things that do not exist, so they say, instead of trying to maximize whatever pleasures we can grab here? That's what they say. And many people, even if they don't say it, this is their experience. Why do I need to run after this thing that, I don't know, I can't even imagine it. And to run after this thing, you're telling me I need to let go of those things that give me even the little pleasures that I get here and there. So, although when we read it and we are in the proper state of mind and in the proper energy, we say, yes, of course, I need to go after this spiritual goal. I need to go after the real diamond instead of chasing broken pieces of glass. I need to go after the real well of water instead of chasing the mirage in the desert. And all those analogies. When it comes to real life, we start saying, yes, union with pain, but here you see I had this little pleasure here, I had this little pleasure there. It's okay, it's okay. We don't want to go through the effort. We don't want to risk the little that we think we have. And many other things that comes from existing mental habits of allowing the mind to run after the senses. And this is the first thing we need to understand. And the second thing we need to understand, we will discuss in the next video. So please join us. Om Shanti.